Hello and welcome back to MissionTeach.com. I'm Devil, and on today's episode, we're going to be building the Coast Guard, specifically District 17, which is Alaska. District 17, we do have a few more bases to build. We have a lot of boats to build. We have a lot of stuff to build in general. Lots and lots. It's going to take me quite a while to build it all, get it populated, get personnel hired, get it trained, and yeah, it's going to be an absolute mess for a little while. But first off, we need to just buy these boats, just so you guys can kind of see what's going on with these stations. Station Seward, I won't be building it today because I just realized it's kind of a mess. And it would just take way too long for me to explain. I'm not even going to bother with it for now, but I'll have to do a significant amount of research. So I think Station Seward moved across the dock. I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah, it's kind of irritating because I just figured it out literally like 5 seconds ago when I was about to make a video, and I'm like, awkward. So anyways, let's get started. So Station Petersburg and Station Homer. I know for sure Homer exists, obviously. They both exist, but just somewhat. So Station Homer is what are we building here first? Let's go to copy. This one does have a naval vessel. It's got two large boats there. It's a navigation ship, and then there's another boat there as well. So the specific Coast Guard boat station is actually right here, according to this. This map probably doesn't show it because this is like a relatively new place, but you can actually see the Coast Guard boat right here. This is the Coast Guard boat. It's a buoy tender. Here's all the buoys that it holds, and this is the base. I think this image was captured in 2009, but since they've built a base, as we can see, we have a base right here, a little building shack. Yeah, so that's about all I know about that. We can see the green buoys right here and the red buoys right here. So we know that there's a Coast Guard base here, for the most part. This is Alaska. There's not a lot of Google Maps traffic, so it doesn't get updated regularly. I wish it got updated more, but I can only do so much. So this is Station Homer, and like I said, there's two boats here. We have the WLB Hickory, which is a buoy tender, and then WPB 1311 Nushan, which is a water patrol boat just for patrolling waters and stuff like that. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's get rid of this real quick here. And let's try to pull this up on the map. And let's try to find Homer Lost, because I don't exactly know where it is. It's kind of in a weird spot. U.S. Coast Guard Hickory. Okay. So we know that the boat dock is right here. Like it's definitely changed since. It is no longer a ferry terminal, or maybe it's just a slight ferry terminal. But I think what we can see here, according to the satellite view, there's some sort of like chain link fence that stops it here, so you can't go through. Which makes sense because over here you can see that there's a chain link fence, and then there's this is all restricted area of some sort. But according to 2009, this image was taken in 2009. This is all unrestricted, so they have definitely changed it since. But yeah, I would assume this is a gate that closes in this like little Coast Guard boathouse or gatehouse that prevents excess traffic and stuff like that. But yeah, this is a Coast Guard boat dock. According to this imagery in 2023, there is no boat here specifically, but we do know that there's a boat here, especially on Mission Chief where it says U.S. Coast Guard Berth and U.S. Coast Guard Hickory. Of course, Hickory is the WLB, which is our... Anyways, off topic, let's just get this thing built and let's get started. I do typically build my boat docks, my coastal rescue stations on the dock itself because that's where the actual boats come out of. They don't come out of the ground, which is, it's not a plant. So I typically put it on the dock, just like I said, because they're butted up against the dock, like this ship right here, or they're in some sort of enclosure. Okay, first off we have UCG, Station Homer, Alaska. But I don't typically put Alaska in there. So let's build it. Okay, let's expand this twice. Let's go to vehicle market. We're going to go to large coastal boat ×2. And we're going to have two boats here. We have our WPB, UCG, and we're just going to copy and paste this just to make my life a hell of a lot easier. And Nushan. And enter. Up next, we're going to go to edit. We're going to go to graphics pack, and we're going to go to, also, I just added this graphics pack in here. So if you guys are Coast Guard worker, or not workers, but like if you are building the Coast Guard, I would highly recommend using these because these are brand new. I also added a second one, which you guys might be interested in seeing. I'm actually going to, I'll show you guys here real quick. It's under small coastal boat. And there's some things I got to change real quick. This is obviously not a small coastal boat. I need to move it over to the large coastal boat. But this is a brand new boat that you guys can pick. It is a small 27 foot, actually I think it's 25 feet, utility boat for the U.S. Coast Guard. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Small little boat if you guys want to use it. Yeah, just going to leave it at that, like I said. Okay, so that's the Homer, or one of our Homer boats. Up next, we're going to go to this right here. This is our boat we can see in this picture right here. The boat is huge. It looks absolutely huge. You can also see Hickory on the back of the boat here. You can see the H-I-C-K boat here in the back. So let's rename this, and we should be good to go. This is going to be UCG and Hickory. Enter. Okay, both these boats are going to need more people hired here first off, and then we're going to need training. We're going to need 12 people hired on for ocean navigation and yada yada yada. Okay, so we're going to mark Homer as built, these two boats as, well, they're going to need personnel hired here. So we're going to mark those as yellow for now. The Fur at Station Cordova is built. The Kuki at Station Sitka is built. And then up next, we're going to Station Petersburg and get those two built. And then we're going to go to Juno, Ketchikan, Valdez, and Kodiak as well. And we're going to get some stuff done there. Okay, so Station Petersburg. Let's pull this up here. We're going to delete this for now because we have the station built and we no longer need the address. Where is it? Why can't I pull this up? Why can't I pull this up? Hello? There we go. Go to Control C, and let's pull this up. Let's delete this because we don't need that anymore. And let's get this cleaned up here because I need to break these apart. Okay, so this is U.S. Coast Guard, the Petersburg moorings. Okay, now I built this, or I took this information a little while ago. So specifically where the boat is docked, I don't exactly remember. But we have our U.S. Coast Guard boat here, or our station here. Let's take a look here. So this is our, here we go, right here. This is our boat. Is it here in port? It is not here in port. But it typically sits, hey, look at this, hold on. It looks like there's actually a second boat here. You can see a U.S. Coast Guard boat here, just a small little buoy tender that is sitting here at St. Petersburg. Oh, never mind, I'm so stupid because I have it already listed here. The WLI 65401 Elderberry. Okay, take a good look at this boat real quick. You can see this little yellow crane here, and then the little white cabin here. I'm so stupid. Why? Let's just take this in real quick. WLI 65401 Elderberry Images. And look at this, surprise, surprise. A little yellow crane, little cabin that juts out. Duh, it's right freaking here, right in front of my eyes. Okay. That's how far my research goes. Like, when I was researching the station, this is all the information I had. I knew that there was a boat here, clearly. And then, if I go to satellite view, there is a large Coast Guard boat here. Duh. Okay. Let me just grab this address real quick, and we'll kind of go a little bit further here. Station Petersburg. Why did that not copy? Copy, please. Thank you. Enter Petersburg. Okay. Load, please. Any second now. Okay, so we have our main dock here, then we do have our actual dock itself. So we're going to be building the coastal rescue station right here, and we're going to drop it here. This is going to be UCG, oh, whoopsies, UCG, Station Petersburg. Now, at Station Petersburg is going to be the WLI, which, you know what we might do? We might get a new graphics pack. We might make a new graphics pack that looks like a WLI, because the only other one we have is a little bit different. Let's go to expand. Let's go to vehicle market, and we're going to go to 2 large coastal boats. So one of them is for sure the WPB, the Pike, and then the other one is going to be this one. This isn't a WLI, but it is a buoy tender of some sort. So it kind of does look like this, and we could go with this. But this is WLI, and this is This is another boat. I kind of forgot the name of it, to be honest. But we could get a picture that looks like that. Anyways, moving on. This is the WLI 65401 Elderberry. Let's come in here, rename it, and we should be good to go. Oopsies. Let's go to UCG. WLI 65401 Elderberry. And up next, this is going to be the Pike. Control C. Let's go to UCG. And Pike. Let's go to Edit. Graphics Pack. Small coastal boat. And click this, and we are good to go. Last thing we have to do is get, like I said, people hired up here and people trained here. Okay, so these two, this station is good to go. It is built, but we're going to mark these two as yellow as they do need training and all sorts of different stuff like that. Okay, up next we do have our station Juno, and I do believe I extended the stations to accommodate the amount of ships, but I do need to purchase the ships themselves. Okay, let's start from the top down. Let's start at US base Kodiak. Well, actually, we'll do that in reverse. I lied. We're going to do Juno, Kodiak, Valdez, Kodiak, and then we're going to go to Air Station Kodiak. And we'll kind of do it that way, because Kodiak, the base Kodiak, the boat station Kodiak and the Air Station Kodiak are pretty much in the same facility. Okay, so first off, we're going to go to Station Juno. Here we go, Station Juno, and we do have our six slots already here. We could build this one. So we do have our RBM, RBS, and our Coast Guard auxiliary boat, Reboot. I don't even know I can't speak apparently. Okay, so we do have our large coastal boat built here. That is the Reef Shark. So let's put in the Reef Shark here. Let's go to Edit. UCG and Reef Shark. Enter. Let's go to Edit. Let's go to Graphics Packs and Small Coastal Boat. And there we go. That is the Reef Shark. Now, I already have personnel hired up here. It's one heck of a goal. So we're going to buy 5 small coastal boats here. And there we go. So the Reef Shark is built. That does need more personnel here. We do have our RBS, 2 RBSs, an RBM, and a Coast Guard auxiliary boat. Okay, so we do have, like I said, 2 RBSs. Let's go to page 2. So we have an RBM. We have 2 RBMs. And we have 2 RBSs. Remember, RBSs are the response boat smalls, and the RBMs are response boat mediums. So they're just a slightly different breed. This is going to be our RBS. Graphics pack. Go, RBS. And our last one here is going to be actually a little different, and I'm actually going to put this under large coastal boat. And this is it's an auxiliary patrol boat, so it's not a typical boat you would see. It almost looks undercover, but it's really not. It does say Coast Guard on the side, but it looks more or less like It looks like this, sort of. It just looks like a normal ship. Anyway, so this is going to be auxiliary patrol boat. Let's go to rename. Let's go to UCG. Enter. This is auxiliary patrol. There we go. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't really know how to name these auxiliary patrol boats, but yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. RBM. Let's go to edit. Let's go to RBM. RBM. This UCG. Enter. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Those ones are built, and we're going to go to this one right here to make these. Oh, that's not green. That's not green. We'll just mark these as yellow. We'll mark them green. So RBM, we're going to do this last one here, which is going to be 45662. So we're going to go to this small coastal boat. We're going to rename to this. We're going to go to tab, it'll be UCG, Control V, RBM 45662, and our last two are RBSs. UCG, RBS 29400. And our last one is pretty much identical to this one, minus one number. UCG, and enter. RBS 29399. Okay, these ones are both good to go, except for personnel. Like I said, personnel is being hired here currently, except for the Reef Shark. The Reef Shark will need a personnel hired here, or trained here, I guess I should say. Okay, up next we're going to go to Station Ketchikan. Before we do that, we're going to make this look just a little bit more pretty, because it doesn't look natural. You can see that the Station Ketchikan is actually just slightly below. Watch this, watch this. It's going to go slightly up, and boop, there we go. Make it look just a little bit nicer. So, Coast Guard Station Ketchikan. 3 large boats and 3 small boats. Actually, I lied. It's 3 large boats and 4 small boats. My bad. Okay, Station Ketchikan. So, 1, 2, 3, and our 4 small boats. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's start with RBS 29397. Let's go to Control C, and let's take this in. This would be UCG, Control V. Let's go to Edit. I'm just going to do all the graphics packs real quick here. So small coastal boat, we're going to go to page 6 for that RBS. Large coastal boat, this one is going to be a WLM. WPC. Shit, I should probably look at what these are like large boats. So let's just take a look real quick here. Let's go to images, John McCormick. Now these ones are a little bit different than what mine are. These aren't WPBs. They are just, like I said, slightly different than UCG. WPC, John McCormick. Let's go to enter. And there is a specific graphics pack for this one that is actually almost identical. It's kind of like this, which is pretty much it, to be honest. That is like the graphics pack. Which we might actually pick that one, to be honest. We might actually do that, like right now. That's not what I wanted. I did not mean to pick that. My bad, my bad. So yeah, we'll pick, where was it? We'll pick this one right here. This one looks a little bit more like the WPC. And, okay, WPC, McCormick is yellow. The RBS is green for being built. The WPC Bailey Barco. Let's come in here and copy this. Oh, this is a small coastal boat. Let's just rename this one real quick while we're in here. Control C, UCG. Let's go to edit, page 6, and small boat. Okay, we have our RBSs built. There, like I said, there's a few more we got to build here. We have another RBM that we do need to do. This one's going to be on page 2. Let's get the RBM here. And let's grab this RBM. Go to rename. Oh, whoopsies, my bad. UCG RBM 45764. And there's one last one over here, RBM 45767. And we're going to build that one next. Small coastal boat. UCG. Copy and paste. Okay. And let's get our graphics pack, which is going to be on. I almost made an oopsie. Real bad. RBM 45767. I do not want to do this because that can mess some things up badly. Okay, RBM and build. All right, these two are both built. Mark this as green. And we have our WLM 558 and our WPC that we still got to build. Okay, Bailey Barco. This is going to be our coastal boat here. UCG. Oh shit, what number was that? 1122 Bailey Barco. Let's go to edit, graphics pack. I think this was page 9, 8, 10. Where is it? 12, 11, 10. There we go. Page 10 for the WPC. And mark this one as yellow because we do need to get our training here. Now the last one is the WLM. Let's just throw this in our Google real quick so we can see what this looks like because I kind of forgot. WLM anti-petite. Okay, so it's a buoy tender. Okay, makes sense. Large coastal boat. Edit. UCG and WLM anti-petite. Enter. Edit. Graphics pack and this. Okie dokie, that is Station Ketchikan. All of the boats are labeled and pictured. We do need to get our personnel hired here, which is going to take a hell of a long time. An absolute extraordinary amount of time. So I'll be doing that in the background of every single day. I do get one personnel hired up. So that's going to take a long ass time to do. Okay, up next we go to Station Valdez. Now there's 4 boats here, 3 small boats and 1 large boat. Station Valdez. Valdez, here we go. Station Valdez. Okay. Let's expand this 3 times. There is 1 large coastal boat here and 3 small ones. All right, so we got that small one in here. Let's go to copy. Let's go to UCG. Copy and paste. Let's go to this one here. Let's go to copy. UCG. And it's going to be our RBM. Let's go to edit. Graphics pack. Page 2. RBM. Last one here. It's going to be another RBM. Let's go to edit. Name. UCG. Control V. Edit again. A lot of editing in this. Let's go to page 2 and pick this one. Okay, and our last one here, we're just going to go to edit, graphics pack, page 8, was it? Yep, page 8. That's our RBS. And this one is all green, good to go. Last one here, which is our WPB Liberty. Go to large coastal boat. Let's go to edit, name, UCG. And pop that in here. This is going to be our Liberty. Enter. And this one should be pretty easy because it's actually, I'm just kidding, it's not easy. We need to go to small coastal boat. Like I said, I do need to change this around. I don't know why I put this in this tab, but I'll have to change that a little later. Small coastal boat, and go in here and hit enter. Do you want to just realize when I switch this, my graphics pack will not move over. And I'll have to redo everything. That's unfortunate. I just realized that. Damn. Okay. We're going to mark this as yellow because it's going to need some training. Up next, we're going to go to Station Kodiak. Now, Station Kodiak is probably one of the nicest stations, only because there's an air station and base, or there's a boat station and air station all in one. So that's the only reason I call it nice. But we do have our 3 boats here. I don't know why I upgraded this to 4 boats, but we do have our 3 boats here. Our Douglas Monroe, Alex Haley, and our Cypress. So we're going to buy 3 large coastal boats and rename them. So you have our WHEC 274. Oopsies. UCG. Douglas Monroe. Enter. Now the Douglas Monroe, let's just take a picture and see what this looks like. This is our large cutter. Let's go to edit. Let's go to graphics pack. And this one's going to be all the way pretty much down here. This is pretty much what the Monroe looks like off this picture. Douglas Monroe, yada, yada, yada. Easy. Okay. We can get rid of this. No longer need that. Okay, so the Douglas Monroe is built. Mark this as yellow because that's going to need personnel. The WMEC 39 Alex Haley and the Cypress, the WLB. Let's just take a look what the Cypress looks like. Or sorry, the Alex Haley, I'm sorry. The Alex Haley pretty much looks identical to the ship we just made, so we're going to just kind of toss that in there as well. Let's go to edit, UCG, and it's going to be the Alex Haley. The Alex Haley, I'm not exactly sure. And let's go to edit, graphics pack, and page something. And there we go. That is the Alex Haley. Make this as yellow. And our last one is going to be the WLB 210 Cypress, which is a buoy tender. I can assure you guys that. So let's go to edit again. Oh, not statistics. Large coastal boat. Edit. My bad. UCG. And the Cypress. Enter. Let's go to edit here. Graphics pack and buoy tender. Sweet. Then we're going to mark this one as yellow. And that one is pretty much good to go. Alrighty, so last but not least, we do have our Air Station Kodiak. Now, Air Station Kodiak does have planes and helicopters here. The planes and the helicopters are extremely expensive. I would just like to throw that out there while I have you guys. I would just like to point out, we've already spent a few million just on boats, which is absolutely crazy. But you do make some decent money on coastal missions. But like I said, the upfront cost is absolutely astronomical. But my coastal boat stations are way cheaper than fire stations. I'd like to point that out as well. So, Air Station Kodiak. We do have our U.S. Coast Guard plane here, the 1709. We do have our helicopters and stuff like that. So we just need to come in here and build 2 more. So we have our 1709, which is, let's just copy this real quick here. And we'll kind of make a determination what kind of thing this is here. Okay, well, this link was kind of garbage. But, so we have LRS, which is Long Range Surveillance, 2011. So if we go to Vehicle Market, we can go and buy a helicopter, and we can buy a plane. And that's it. We also need to go in here to Expansions, and we need to get an additional plane hangar, an additional helicopter hangar, and these are super expensive. So we're going to add these to queue real quick here. So we do have 1 plane, 2 plane, 3 planes, 4 planes, and 5 planes. So we have 5 planes, and I think we have the same for helicopters. We have 1 helicopter, 2 helicopters, 3 helicopters, 4, and 5 helicopters. So this should be a total of 10, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So which is 10. So we need to add all these to our queue, which is going to take astronomical amount of time. Add to queue, add to queue. So with that being said, it's going to take us 24 real life days in order to get every single one of these hangars operational. We just bought our two additional helicopters and planes, but that just cost us so much money. Okay, so while we're in the air station, alrighty, sorry about that. Somebody walked into my area while I was recording. So anyways, continuing on with Air Station Kodiak. So Air Station Kodiak, we only have 2 more helicopters. Well, we can rename them actually. So we have LRS, which is a long-range surveillance. We'll name this one 2011. Actually, we'll name this Coast Guard plane 2011. Let's go to edit. UCG, LRS 2011. And we can go over here. Let's go to Coastal Helicopter. This is going to be MRR 6021. Edit, name, UCG, MRR 6021. And then we have an SRR as well. Actually, we're going to take another MRR. MRR 6048. Control C. And we're going to name this one 6048. UCG. MRR 6048. Mark this one as green. We're going to mark LRS 2011 as green as well. And then we have MR 6021, good to go as well. And let's just get some graphics back for these, shall we? Get a plane, back to Air Station Kodiak. MRR, we're just going to look for a helicopter. And here we go. These are the MRRs. Okay, well that pretty much sums up Air Station Kodiak. In 12 days, we'll have 30 personnel. So we'll have a full base. I will need training. I need coastal air station operation or coastal air rescue operations training on every single one of these personnel here. That's the pilots for the airplanes and that's the pilots for the helicopters. So I need a total of 30 personnel trained up on air. So that pretty much sums up Air Station Kodiak to the best of my ability. As far as station Coast Guard base Seward, I'll have to do a little more research on that. I feel like it moved, but like I said, I'll have to come back to you guys on that one. But in the meantime, I'll be training up personnel for every single one of these units that are in yellow. I'm also going to get more personnel hired up in general. So thank you for watching this episode of the United States Coast Guard District 17. I will see you guys on the next one. Later.